Krystal, what are you taking a look at?
As you will recall, FTX, led by Sam Bankman-Fried, collapsed spectacularly a while back, and in the wreckage, it became quite clear this was no ordinary business failure, but a classic Ponzi scheme in a modern crypto wrapping, with billions in missing funds, a mountain of lies, and a founder who used a carefully cultivated public image to hide an alleged white-collar crime spree. SBF is now wearing an ankle bracelet at his parents' mansion, awaiting trial. Well, there's an interesting new subdrama playing out, which could have huge ramifications for the entire YouTube creator space, but especially for the world of financial influencers. Investors who claim they lost money in FTX because of YouTube creator hype have filed a class action lawsuit against a number of popular finance YouTubers. The list of 10 defendants here includes Graham Stephan of The Graham Stephan Show. They have 4.26 million subscribers. Ben Anderson of the BitBoy Crypto channel. It has 1.54 million subscribers. And Kevin Paffrath of Meet Kevin, 1.87 million subscribers. Now, I actually wasn't familiar really with any of these dudes before, but looking at their channels kind of looks like a standard combination of get-rich-quick stuff, crypto promotion, Elon standing, etc. Now, the lawsuit makes a couple of key claims here. First, claims that the promoters were involved in the illegal sale of unregistered securities. Effectively, the argument here is that the FTX high-yield accounts were really technically unregistered securities, which then have to be handled legally in a very specific way. The suit claims that these influencers are sophisticated and should have been able to see that FTX was a scam, and it also claims that these promoters were selling FTX without sufficiently disclosing that they were getting paid for that endorsement. Per the complaint, though FTX paid defendants handsomely to push its brand and encourage their followers to invest, defendants did not disclose the nature and scope of their sponsorships and/or endorsement deals, payments and compensation, nor conduct adequate, if any, due diligence. For example, Meet Kevin was apparently paid $2,500 every time he even mentioned FTX, an arrangement that he told CoffeeZilla netted him more than $200,000. How clearly was this disclosed? Well, that'll be a key question for Meet Kevin and other influencers who took money from FTX and then subsequently hyped their products. You'll recall that Kim Kardashian actually settled a case against her for $1 million because she was alleged to have insufficiently disclosed that she was getting paid to shill for some schlocky Ethereum knockoff coin. She put #ad in her Instagram post, but regulators claimed this was not enough. Now, in terms of this legal case here, to be perfectly honest with you, after reading the complaint, far from persuaded that this suit is going to actually succeed. I was expecting to see a lot of specific details about who was getting paid what and specific comments they made, which were fraudulent or lacking appropriate disclosure. Those details could come out still in discovery, but there was not a whole lot here. At least one of the named influencers, BitBoy, actually warned that FTX was a scam a month before its collapse and claims he had no financial deal with them whatsoever. CoffeeZilla interviewed a lawyer who raised a lot of red flags about the case as well, finding in particular the notion that these YouTubers should have had special non-public knowledge of FTX to be a pretty unreasonable notion. But taking a step back from the rather murky legal analysis, there are some very clear lessons inadvertently revealed by YouTuber Meet Kevin in his response to the filing. Now, that's the guy, again, who was getting $2,500 a pop every time the word FTX came out of his mouth. Take a listen to a portion of the response video that he posted to his channel.
At what point does sort of the promotion of an idea or a suggestion, paid or unpaid, rise to the level of actually being personalized advice? And in my opinion, it doesn't. In my opinion, at no point does me saying, I think oil is going down and it's a good short, rise to the level of personal financial advice. At no point does me saying, hey, I'm investing in something, rise to the level of personalized financial advice. Personalized financial advice is when somebody signs a contract with a financial advisor and says, hey, I am paying you specifically to advise on my portfolio. And by signing that contract, now the other person is taking the fiduciary obligation of providing the best responsibility and service to that person for their case. And see, that I think is the big difference here, is when people who are content creators are sharing ideas and perspectives, they're doing just that. They're not giving you personalized insights, they're giving you ideas and perspectives. And the reality is, people have to put on their big boy pants and realize that if you make a decision because of something you heard online, that's your responsibility.
So when people who are content creators are sharing ideas and perspectives, they're doing just that. They're not giving you personalized insights, they're giving you ideas and perspectives. So here, this guy's whole thing is being a financial YouTuber. The whole reason that people watch him is to get advice. But he says he's not actually giving advice. He loves that followers listen, of course, to what he has to say when he's building his channel and cashing those checks from FTX and whoever else. But he wants none of the responsibility that comes with having an audience that you have explicitly cultivated to trust your guidance. In his words, quote, People need to put on their big boy pants and realize if you make a decision based on something you heard online, that is your responsibility. So basically, his position here is that if you were dumb enough to take my advice, it's your own damn fault. Now, I hope anyone who listens to this type of content really takes this in. If you trust a word of the advice that they're giving you, they think you're a fool who needs to put on your big boy pants and accept personal responsibility for the catastrophic investments that they were paid, in many instances, to promote to you. Now, what many of these influencers did, it might not be illegal, but it is wildly unethical to pump a bunch of risky bets that you are being paid to promote. Knowing how we approach our business here and our responsibility to all of you, I genuinely cannot wrap my head around it. We have decided not to talk to or take direct money from corporate sponsors at all, because I would feel terrible if I even just promoted some product that was kind of crappy and didn't work as advertised. When you're talking about people's money, or I should add also their health, that is a whole other level of responsibility and a whole other level of callousness. I could not live with myself if I thought there were people who lost everything because I was on the FTX dole shilling for their crappy, fraudulent Ponzi scheme. The bottom line is this: they're happy to profit off your trust, but they take zero responsibility for any wreckage that that trust creates. Meet Kevin says you should not consider his or any other financial influencer's comments as personal advice. And ironically, that is actually good advice. It's so scummy. Hey guys, ready or not, 2024 is fully upon us now, and Soccer and I have been brainstorming ways that we can really up our game for this critical election.
Yeah, we rely on our premium subs to expand our coverage, to add staff, to upgrade the studio. We just want to give you the best independent coverage of this election, which is possible. So if you can help us out, become a premium subscriber today, breakingpoints.com, or the link is down here in the description video. It really means the world to us, and if you like what we're all about, this is the best possible way to keep us 100% independent, working only for you.